What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here, and today we're talking about how to make the most out of your iPhone photography. Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. All right, how do I take better shots with my iPhone? It's a question I get asked all the time. The funny thing is, you probably already are taking better shots with your iPhone. You just don't realize it yet because you're deleting your images too fast. You know all those shitty pictures that you snap real quick and peace out right away because nope. Those shots, we can save those shots. And I'm gonna show you 3 apps that I use on an almost daily basis that we can use to tweak those photos to make them amazing. Okay, so what do? First things first, we need a photo studio. Now you might say, Pete, I don't have a photo studio. And I would answer to you, neither do I. So find the room in your house that has the most light. For me, it's the kitchen. And in that room, like right here, we're gonna set up a super haggard run and gun photo studio with just some basic shit. So for me, I'm using a wooden stump, a bucket of dog food, a book, a bottle of wine, and a cookie sheet. Believe it or not, these are amazing. I use this as the background, and for all the people being like, well, why don't you just go buy an actual, shut up. This, legit. Okay, second thing you might want to pick up is a big old piece of foam core from Walmart or Staples, wherever. It doesn't even have to be foam core, just a big piece of white something. And that's gonna act as our reflector. We're gonna bounce light from the window. It's gonna hit this and reflect back onto whatever it is that we're shooting. A lens or a dish of food, product, anything like that. It's just gonna fill in the shadows and round out that photo to make it beautiful. So first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna head over and watch my 5 tips video. That's gonna give you the basics on 5 things you can do right away to up your photo game. Once you're done with that, we need to make some food. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start with these delicious French toast Nutella rolls that we just made. I know, insane. You're gonna start, this is snap seeds. You're gonna hit open, you're gonna open the photo that you want, and once you're here, nothing's started yet. So you're gonna start by hitting this little pencil job thing at the bottom there. Boop. These are all the actual camera controls. You got tune image, details, crop, rotate, transform, and then down here you got all the filters. So it's very easily laid out. I just go through, I tune the image, and then you can move your finger back and forth to change the aspects of whatever it is that you're adjusting. So brightness to the right, to the left, obviously, self-explanatory. Come back down here, and you're gonna tweak that contrast a little bit, make that nice and punchy. The ambience just kind of changes the overall exposure of every aspect, like the shadows, the highlights, and the exposure all at once. So we're gonna drag that out a little bit just to bring that up. You got your highlights, obviously, we don't want to blow them up too high, but just enough. And these are the things that you're going to be tweaking, your shadows, to your own liking, obviously, to the point where you're happy with it. You can keep going in, hit that little pencil button again. We're going to hit details. Structure, if we pull out all the way, that's really going to make the detail pop. And then we can add a little bit of sharpening. Might be overkill, but whatever, I dig it. Now from here, one of the cool things is when you hit transform, you can change the vertical perspective. So if it's not perfectly straight, you can change the horizontal perspective if it's not straight from left and right, and obviously the rotation. So you can get that looking good just to where you like it. Add a little bit of a vignette, gonna darken the edges, make that nice and moody. And there, you're gonna hit save, and you're gonna export copy. It's gonna export all those changes, save it to your camera roll, and you are golden. So now you've got something that looked like this, that now looks like this. This next app, Lens Distortions, what that lets us do is add in light hits, fog, lens flares, different elements in front of the glass that just really give you an enhanced look that you typically use Photoshop to do, but you don't need it in this instance. We're just gonna use this app. Now there's a lot of free ones that come with it initially upon download. You can pay to buy more options and further the library of things you can use for effects, but I don't think you need to right off the bat. See if you like it first. Light hits, for example. So if we want this, we get the window on the left side, as you guys remember from shooting. So we can select that light hit and then just drag it over anywhere we want really in the photo. So if the window's on the left, we can really have that light leaking in from the left side there, and you can control the contrast of that and the clarity. Let's say you wanted an orange light hit because maybe it was sunset and you wanted a bit of an orange glow instead. Look at that. That looks incredible. It's like you set up a light specifically to light this dish. It's just insane, and you're just tapping different things, and it's done all the layers for you. You can do lens flares. I wouldn't recommend doing a lens flare in a photo like this where it's like, hey everybody, it just doesn't really make sense and looks bad. But if you have a window on the left side, it kind of makes sense that you might have some light leaking in from the left there. And if you're happy with that, you're just gonna hit save image, and there you go. Now you're gonna upload that to Instagram, boop, right here. And the last app is Instagram. So once you have your image selected, you're gonna hit next. I only do a couple tweaks here, which is usually all the way at the end, a tiny little bit of a sharpen. Sometimes I adjust the brightness if it looks a little funky in the window there, but only by like up to -5. And then I add a little bit of a vignette to just kind of punch that out again, and you're good to go. So that's it, guys. You're done. You are already taking better photos with your iPhone. But as we established at the beginning, you had already been taking better photos with your iPhone. So thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and we will see you guys on the next video.